Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Halloween. I mean, I know that it's obviously not Halloween, but for people like myself, it's Halloween every single day. So I'm super excited that I am able to bring you, oh, thank you. I am able to bring you a super fun, super funky, I guess we'll say, this evening live. I missed doing and creating with you all last week. Obviously, we did have quite a bit to cover in that video. So because of that video being just covering everything that we have for this month's, for not this month, for this, yeah, this month's release, I just thought of something, and I hope that I have it here somewhere. Because of this month's release, I am excited that I get to create with you now tonight. So at this point, the really fun thing about the way this release worked this month is since the release landed the way that the release landed, quite a few of you should already have these products, which is really great and super fun. Yeah, I don't know where I put it. It's probably in a bin somewhere around here. I was using the oh, I think it's in here. Let's see if it's in here. Let's see. Sorry, I was telling Jess to grab me something. I think, yep, they are in here. Okay, good. Whew. All right. Sorry, everything that I need is here in place, but I'm just so all over the place because I'm so excited about the about this month. I have celebrated. I have to celebrate for a moment. I have 5. Oh, that's fantastic! Awesome. I wish I had a button that threw up confetti, but unfortunately I do not. But I'm working on getting it installed now that I just thought of that. We're gonna have to do that whenever we have something to celebrate. So hello, Bernita. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. So I'm super excited because today I get to play around with all of these exciting products. As you probably have seen earlier or recently, a lot of this was sold out. It's sold out in record time this year, which I'm so happy. I couldn't be happier that we released it when we did. Because if we had released it in September, like we normally would, we probably would not have been able to get a restock in time for this launch. So I'm so excited and just elated that we are able to restock everything. If you see that something on the website is listed as a pre-order or a back in stock soon, I'm not sure exactly what the verbiage on the button is. That just means that it is on order and it will be back to us very, very soon. And once it returns to us, we will be able to ship it out to you. And that's really the quickest we can get things turned around. We do have a new manufacturer, and the new manufacturer that's doing our stamps turnaround time is super quick, which is really cool. But we can't always rely on it being super quick because they can get behind, and there can be a lot of stuff that they have that they're working on. But we're happy that it is where it is right now. So enough yapping from me. Hello to everyone that's out there. I'm going to tell you about the free gift. I'm also going to tell you about a brand new product that I promised you all was coming that is now here. And I'm also going to talk about Stencil Palooza. All right, so hello everyone. Does anybody have any questions about anything before I get started and before I start a yapping? All right. Oh, aren't they the best? Let me show you them. These were from Target so many years ago. I don't know if it still plays. No, it needs new batteries. But they actually like sing and move up and down. But yeah, it's one of my favorite things. This is from Target so long ago. I mean, we're talking, let's see if it has a date on the bottom. Probably not, but yeah, these are old. But I love them, and everybody always compliments on them. I'm like, sorry, they no longer exist. All right. Okay, so let's get started on these are all my little things that I've already colored and cut out and have ready for to make, because we're just going to kind of play around. We're going to grab products, and I'm actually going to use, I think I might use, do I have it over here still? Maybe not. I was going to use some card sketches, but that's okay. We'll just kind of play around and have some fun with it. So free at $10. Free at $10. These are my notes, so I don't forget. Free at $10 is the Pebbles ink pads. They just happen to be some really, really great Halloween colors. We have a deep dark blue. We have like an orangish. We have a green and a silver metallic. So if you spend $10, it's called Cool Boy. We're going to play around with these tonight. Cool Boy is the name of the set. I mean, there's not going to be any descriptors or anything on them. They're just, the American Crafts inks. But if you spend $10, you're going to get them completely free. And we're going to talk about, the properties of the metallics and, all of that stuff. So, let's go ahead and also talk about, we'll pull this out of the way. I almost showed you some Stencilpalooza that hasn't been launched yet, and we're not ready for that yet. So this is the foam square roll. This is our brand new foam square roll. I told you that I wanted to do something that was a little bit more compact, but still at a great price point. Our other ones back in the day were like $40-ish because of the size of them. This one's only $6.99. It has approximately 144 squares. We say approximately because there is a with the manufacturer, there can be, a couple more, a couple less. Usually it's a couple more. And they are they're 0.118 inches thick. Okay. So that is that. And I'm going to probably be using these tonight as well. Stencilpalooza. So I know that you've kind of had a little tickling of Stencilpalooza so far. And I want to talk about first the first stencils that have come out so far. So we have on day 7, because remember, day 7 is always a twofer. 2 stencils come out, and the 2 stencils that come out also will generally always have, not generally, they will always be an archive. Let me go ahead and turn the air down real quick. It's getting a little toasty in here. Oh, that would be because it's almost 80 degrees in here. That would be why. Okay. Because no one ever comes in here unless I am live, and people have to walk past the thermostat for it to go off. So we have Circle Flake, which I cannot wait to use this one. Also, we have Deck the Halls, which I'm so glad Deck the Halls is back. I'm glad both of these are back, but really, this is really exciting when we can bring these back. All right. So then day 8. Let me put these aside here. Day 8 is Peppermint. So day 8 came out yesterday, I believe. And are we on day 9 now? I think we're on day 9. But this is day 8 Peppermint. I'm going to use this one tonight, and I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to make a plaid. So I think this is going to be really fun for us to make like a kind of like a pseudo pattern paper. Thank you. I know, I love them. All right. I think we're on day 9. Yes, Tuesday. Got it. Okay. So for day 9, we have, it is called Winter Wind. And as you can see, it is this really cool, really spectacular, really fun, just weaving and windy, and I mean, it's just so cool. This one I'm not going to be using today, but it is one that I think you could probably use for Halloween as well, right? I think so. Can everybody see me? My mother just said, "Where am I?" Everybody could see me, right? I think you can. All right. So tonight we are going to be playing around with all sorts of different stuff. So the plan is we're just going to kind of play around. We're going to do a little stenciling. We're going to do a little bit of stamping. We may do a little bit of coloring. And, oh, I was over by the thermostat. Okay. And we're just going to have a whole lot of fun creating. Because I just want to play around with all of these different things. Sorry, I was grabbing some paper. I want to play around with some different things and cut out some different shapes and really just have a good time. We're going to have about an hour and 15 minutes of just kind of play time where we're just kind of playing around and figuring things out and working with the products, and there's no real plan. It's just going to be, we're just going to have a good time. So let me go ahead and grab my paper trimmer. Okay. I'm just going to trim down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Let me grab my stick and stay. Okay, my standard size stick and stay. And we're going to do a little bit of blending, okay? So the stick and stay, remember, it sticks and stays. And we're going to start with this stencil here. And we're going to do a little bit of blending, okay? So remember, it just sticks right on the edge here. Let me use some pixie spray because this is a very delicate stencil. It's going to stick to the sides, but in the center, I just want to be a little bit safer than sorry. So let's set that. Remember, let that sit for just a second. Let me grab my inks. Got a lot going on today on this table. So I think we'll do let's do a purple. Maybe a purple and a black. What do we think? Uh-oh. Okay, so we'll start just like so. And let's grab let's grab this guy here. Because shady is like a dark, deep light gray. And remember, we're just making, at this point, we're just making some paper. We're just like kind of getting ink down and figuring out what we want to do. We're just making some pattern papers, and we've got a whole bunch of, I mean, I hope you all like lives like this. It's one of my favorite to do, where we just kind of play around and make things, and we chit chat about our days and what's going on, and a whole lot of that. How is everybody's day today? Tell me about what you got going on. All right, then we're just gonna flip this, and the wonderful thing about that is it will instantly turn this into a plaid. Okay, so now we're going to use Crown Me, and I think we should be stuck down pretty well. I'm going to use a smaller of the blending brushes. My Simon brushes are over there somewhere, but we're just going to use these ones tonight because they're close. We're just going in and we're going to add the purple. You want to be careful because, again, this can shift a little bit because it's very fine. So I should have probably put more pixie spray on it, but I didn't. That's okay. We're just kind of creating a vintage worn plaid. All right, and now when we lift this off, you'll see it has created a plaid. Okay, and then of course you can go ahead and you can shift it again if you'd like. I'll show you what this does. Wait, hold on. Let me clean it off first. But we will shift it again, and we'll do some green. Why not? There we go. Let me clean it off. Okay. Before I get into the green. All right, so now we can peel that off. Spray it one more time. Let it sit for a second. Whoops, which way do we just have it? So we have it this way, and then this way, and then this way. Okay. And again, there's not a right or wrong way to do this. You create your own ending, do your own thing. I'm just having fun creating a plaid. So we're going to use Overzealous because I think that's a really good. And now with a typical plaid, obviously the colors wouldn't super overlap like this, but it's not going to hurt anything. We're just doing a light dusting. Okay. There we go, and there we go. So you can see it just kind of adds and does some really cool background pieces. Now, you know, keep your eye out for this later because we're gonna use it on something. All right, so let me go ahead and let me clean this off real quick. I'm gonna clean it right on the stick and stay because that makes it super easy. It's just gonna stay while I'm cleaning it. So we can just peel this off, set it aside, and we're all good to go. And that should give it enough oomph to clean off the stick and stay too. But let's go ahead and just give that a little zhuzh. All right, now for our next one. What I want to do is I want to take the bats, because I think we're going to want some bats in the background. But I just want them to be subtle. I don't want, I know, me subtle. I don't want them to be too crazy. So So let me grab my black piece of paper here, my Raven, which I think Raven's finally gone. All right. And we're just kind of making some backgrounds to use here. We're going to do a little die cutting too. Grab my bats. Not gonna, this one has a real good seal around it. We could glitter paste, but I was gonna use some of this freebie. So again, this is the freebie that you will get if you spend $10 or more. And I'm just going direct to paper. You could go in with a blending brush if you have one, you know, specifically for silver. I'm just for this silver pad alone, especially for holiday and, you know, Halloween and so on and so forth, is worth the $10 spend, I think, even if you just need a, you know, pack of card bases or something. But you'll see here oh wait, missed something down here in the corner. I think we're good now. All right, so now let me show you. Well, let's clean this off first. That will probably help us with the bats. Making sure they're fully burnished. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. So look at those. Now I'm gonna have to move it for you because it's gonna be hard to see because of the lighting. But look at those bats. And that's, I mean, that's a pigment ink. I don't think that's going anywhere once it's down. Okay. So those are our two so far that we just made, just easy, simple backgrounds. Okay. So we'll keep this stuff nearby because we may need it. But now I want to go through and I want to cut some stuff out. Okay. Or magical shadow glots, that would work great too. Absolutely. But I do want to go in and I want to cut some things out. So, let me see here. Might not be cutting anything out if I can't find my... No memento. My plate seems to be missing. Is this maybe what the issue was the other day? The funny thing is, where was I? I was just at a place the other day where they had like a thing that you could put your, I don't know what was supposed to go on it, but I kept thinking like cutting plates would go great there. Thought maybe it might have fallen in here, but I am not seeing it. That darn gray plate. I need like 5 Gina K gray plates because I lose it all the time. I wonder though, can I get away? Can we get away with using these? Well, hold on. I think, listen, someone is looking out for me. Look at what I just found. A brand new one. What the heck? Listen, we didn't need that old one anyway. We didn't need that old one anyhow, okay? All right, so I want to use a couple of dyes tonight that I love that are oldies but goodies, but will always be with us here. Number one is this party die that has the. I love this one because the bats and the skulls are attached. So if you need to make a whole slew of bats and skeletons, it's really, really easy with this. Let me go ahead and trim that off of there. Trim that off of there. Okay, so that's one of the dies I want to use this evening. Also, I want to use, I pulled some dies. So also the doily die, and I'd love to use this really pretty die that we did quite a while ago. It was a monthly one a little while ago. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and let's take a look here and let's just kind of have some fun. So I also have the Chromatic Reserve. This is the Halloween set. So the cool thing about this set is that you can, there are circles that come in the set, and those circles will allow you to cut out the centers of them if you would like, which I love. So let me go ahead and get that one buffed out. It's the first time I'm going to be using this plate, so got to get everything got it together. So I'm going to use the Raven Chunky Glitter Stock because why not? And this new plate might cut like really, really, really well. I mean, I'm sure it's going to cut really, really well. But while we're doing that, because we don't want to waste our center, or I mean, excuse me, our sides, let's go ahead and cut out also the bats. Okay? Y'all with me? Let's use our mint tape to hold everything down. I've been really into mint tape lately. It's my new favorite. Okay, pop that down there. And then we're gonna go ahead and send this puppy through. Boo. What do we got? There's a Halloween person in here. Hello, Boo. Hello. All right. I was gonna say, the ghost of Halloween past. Oh, the cutting plate was underneath of it the whole darn time. All right. So go ahead and pop this out. We'll pop out all those inner pieces, and we can go ahead and pop out our little. Look at these bats. I love them. And they're perfect for us to use as like little extras. You know, when you have like a spot that you need a bat on a card. We've all been there. Okay. And then for this, you're just gonna, we'll pop out all of these inner pieces. You can use a stabby tool for that. Oh yeah, this Raven, it's really, really great for, all occasions, but for Halloween, it really takes the cake because it is not just black, obviously. It has a tremendous amount of holographic in it. Which I think makes it really, really pretty. And when I'm using the glitter, I will usually try to get all the pieces out from the back of the back of the die because you can see much, much better. really see that. Like if you're looking at it from the front, it's very, very difficult to see those pieces. But if you look from the back, see how easy that is? I mean, you can still kind of see. So you see how, you know, with the front, you can still kind of see. But go ahead, pop out all those pieces. Sorry, I know. Should have had a swap out for this. I do have a swap out, but it's just a plain Raven piece. And I decided last minute that I was really into this one. So look at that. Oops, missed a piece. Isn't that cool? I mean, that's going to look beautiful on our card. Okay. I'm going to put that into our little spot of items. I'm also going to, so this also on that set, this is the that party set. Also on that party set there is a die that is just an arch. And I mean, how many times, I mean, if you're like me, how many times do you need just an arch? I mean, I need it all the time. Where I just need an arch, just like something to add to my card. And this little arch comes in the pack with the skulls and the bats. So I said, you know, let's cut this out too. And this is kind of how, and I don't know if you're like me, but this is kind of how I will go through and I will start getting things ready to plan cards, especially at the beginning of the month when I am, or the end of the previous month, really when we start planning the other cards. I will go through and I'll really try to figure out some different things that we can use and that we can do. So for this one, I think I'm going to use, this is a really big oval. Do we want to use this oval? What do you think? I think so. Yeah. So, and I can't remember the name of this die. I apologize. Yeah, Spooky Party Standalone is that the Halloween one. Yep. But I can't remember. This one's like another fancy kind of doily like. Looking piece here. Okay. So let's go ahead and get these pieces cut out. And we're going to make 2 cards tonight. So, and the thing is, we're going to spend our time kind of making embellishments and stuff because I already have everything stamped out and cut out and colored, because that part, I mean, for me, I don't think it's super exciting to watch, but if you like it, I mean, we can do certainly a live where we cut and color and do all that stuff. Okay. So go ahead and send this through. I love having that new plate. My goodness. It's wonderful. What a great find. All right. So now, oh, this cut a little crooked, but that's okay. No one will ever know. All right. Okay, so now we have our little bat. What do we call that? Little bat. Oh, save that. You can use that for something. Little bat arch. That's what it is. I'm like, what am I going to call that? And I'm like, it's just a bat arch, Christopher Allen. Okay. And now, look at how cool that is. All right. Got to pop them out. And this one takes a little while. I will say that because it's very intricate, but it is very worth it in the end. If you have this die, you know, like, look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay. You'll be able to tell from the back, obviously, which ones you have or haven't gotten. It's okay if you don't get all of them, obviously, in a Halloween card, because Halloween cards are set to be funky and funny and a little off. Almost there, I promise. Luckily, we used the real good heavy duty Not Your Mama's paper, because in doing that, it allows you to really poke out all of these holes. And if we had used a much thinner and expensive paper, we wouldn't be punching anything out right now. But I think it's worth it when you get it all done. Ooh. I was like, we're all done. Nope, just kidding. All right, well, we're almost there. It's like as soon as I see them and I'm like, okay, we're all set, and then I'm like, oh, just kidding. There's 5 more, 6 more. All right, I'd say we'll call that well enough. Look at that. March 2025, die of the month. Got it. All right. So now let's talk about composition, shall we? So, move these tools out of the way here. We start talking about composition. So we have several items here. I think I'm going to use the doily with our little kind of tombstone situation here. And then I think I want to use, because it is, I think we're going to use Dracula. So here's like the start of our composition here, okay? Let's move this one out of the way, because for that one I think we're going to do a potion. So we started our composition. Let me now grab paper pad. It's on SOS status. Okay. And let's grab, so what do we think? Purple? Purple in the background, or black in the background, or What do we think? First one to 3 wins. I mean, we could do orange, but I think that I'm going to do some orange for this one. Okay, black wins. That was the first 1 to 3 very quickly. All right. All right. So we've got this, we've got that. So now we're also going to add. So let's go ahead and trim this down. I do want to use up, so see how we still have some area here? I think we can get away with a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're going to try. Or a 4 by 5, or no, yeah, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Because then we're not wasting this outside. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. Nope, it's the bats. The bats are going to cause an issue. You see, this is 4 1/4. Well, we might be able to. 4 1/4. Let's see. Yep. By 5 1/2. I think we did it. Let's see. And then this will be 4 by 5 1/4. By gosh, by golly, we did it. All right, so let me add just a little bit of glue. Around the outside here. I mean, I'm going to add some to the actual glitter as well, but we want to make sure this puppy stays put. Okay. Place that right on top there. Oh, we're a little bit off with the glue, but that's okay. It's not too bad. All right, we're gonna run down our sides here. Now that's, I mean, that glitter on the edge, just, I love it. I just absolutely love it. All right, so now let me grab a card base. Top fold. Been real into the top folds lately. Gotta make sure that stays down there. Well, we only have like a whisper on the edge there. All right, place that on top like that. Okay. Oh. Shift her back over here, little pony. Okay. All right, and then we can take our doily. And I think we're going to do this like so. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, hold on, everybody. Hold on. Not at you. So So I think I want everything to be popped up here together, and then we're going to pop him up even further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these pieces together first. So they're kind of just right where they need to be. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to take, so see how on the SVG his eyes are open? Love that. We're going to take a little piece of red glitter stock. And we're going to put that right behind there. Hee hee hee. Okay. Just pop that right there. Just like that. And now, isn't that fun? All right, so now we can take some of our new dots here. Find the starter here. The starter kind of goes all the way around so that it keeps them in place because they have the non-stick. This was important to me on the inside and the outside because then you can, if you need to, you can trim them. Oh, that's okay. Hello. Welcome, welcome. We are just making some Halloween cards. All right. And the top tabs are real easy to get off of here, which is great. Whoops. Like so. And then he would actually be great on a spinner. I should have thought of that. Okay, we'll place him like that. And then let's find one of our sentiments. I think Stay Spooky is probably a good one. And I purposely made these sentiments small in perspective of, you know, how most normal sentiments are at Brutus Monroe, because I kind of, when it comes to a Halloween card, I like for the card to speak for itself, if that makes sense. And then the sentiment to kind of be like the after part of it. All right, so now let's go ahead and grab some of our bats that we cut out. I think we'll use 2 of those on this piece to bring in a little bit more of that glitter. And here's what I want to show you. With the new foam squares, they're like our old ones where you can literally just go in and cut them in half because they are double backed, meaning there isn't any adhesive exposed until you expose it. Okay. So we'll pop our first one, I think, up here. Yep. And then our second one down here. Okay. So there we go, my friends. Card number 1. What do you think? I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so there's card number 1. So now let's talk about composition for card number 2. So for card number 2, I'd love to use our spooky pieces. Not pieces, what's the word for? Our spooky little... So, kind of like this. All right. Like so. But for the background of this one, so this one comes with emerald, but it also comes with orange. So I think we should do some orange glitter stock for the background of this one. But I also love the plaid. Okay, so let's talk about composition again. Composition again is again, because composition is one of my favorite things to discuss and my favorite things to do when it comes to card making. So with the composition of this card, so we've got kind of our funky, we've got our rustic, we've got all of our pieces here, but we want to add in our glitter stock. So when we add in our glitter stock on this one, I think we can get away with just doing a stripe. Okay, so I think we can. I'm not going to use this. Well, should I? Hold on. Let me see if I can find the stripe die quickly. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. One more bin I can check. Hold up. Hold on. No. Got a million other dies here, but the striped one is missing, and I'm sure it's in one of the bins. So we're just gonna cut ourselves some stripes. Oh, good, good, good. Now I'm gonna do them at 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch. Has anyone seen any good scary movies lately? Does everybody have a favorite scary movie? Doing this right now just gave me a great idea. Hopefully I can make it happen. You'll be getting it in one of the classes because I have a couple things still to add to some of the classes, so I think that I can pull it off. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this down to four by 5 1/4, so that we have a little bit of an edge around our card, and we can start playing and building. All right, so we'll begin by adding on. Well, nope, not yet. Hold on. Okay, so I want to start in the center here. Where's my glue? Oh, I love Halloween Town. I was just watching that in the hot tub not that long ago. Okay. And we're just going to eyeball this. We're just kind of, whoops, playing off the plaid. Because you're only going to see a little bit of this. Now what you could go in and do, you could do like a 1/16 of an inch, which I wish I had my dies because I have one that does that. Or you could do a bigger one. I think that we're good with just this, okay? I always cut a whole bunch of extra because then I have them for mass producing cards. Because, you know me, we've talked about this before. I do not, I don't ever make one card. I mean, here, with all of you, I'll do one, but that's, I love being able to do it, do them here with all of you, because then this becomes the recipe, right? Okay. So we've got that. We can now place this on our side folding card. And don't anybody tell you that you can't have a top folding but side folding open card, right? I think that's cool. Oh, good, good, good. Yeah, what is Friday? I have to look. Oh, yeah, I know what Friday is. Friday's a good one. Friday's a real good one. All right, so let's get this guy together, because we are going to pop all of this up except for our centerpiece here. So our I don't know that I ever saw that one. All right, getting ourselves all glued up there. Gonna place this right in the center. And I love how this, because it's like a, you know, it's like a witch's, kind of like a witch's doily in the background here. I love how it lends itself to that because of the paper and the kind of old school look of the stamps. Okay, so we'll place this one over here like this. Whoopsies. Forgot to pop this piece out here. And we're cutting out, that's okay. Then two more. Of our brand spanking new foam. I've heard it's going to be really good. Then I'll have to watch it. Okay, so we got those pretty centered together. And then let's go ahead and find ourselves a sentiment. I think I like Creep It Real, don't you? These kind of remind me of like the little apothecary bottles, the way they were designed, and I love that. And it's perfect because they're just like, they just add the perfect little sentiment. Done. All right, and again, you're just going to be able to see a little bit of this glitter stock. Just enough on the sides to give it some, see that visual interest? One of my favorite things is adding visual interest. All right. We're putting our new adhesive squares to the test today. But if you're like me, when I get a new product, I want to use it constantly. And I'm using these foam squares constantly. All right, so let's go ahead and pop that right in the center there. And there we go. There's our second card. Creep It Real. And stay spooky. Love these. Love them, love them, love them. All right, so I don't know if the front view is going to be available because it's been a little warm in here. Oh, it's still on. All right, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you so very much. I hope you're able to get some of these Halloween goodies. I hope you have a really good time playing around with these. Tomorrow we do have our live packing, which means we'll be live packing from, I believe it's 3 o'clock. Is it 3 o'clock now? 3 o'clock till 5. We have Spin the Wheel. So if you place an order tonight, you will be entered for that wheel spin tomorrow. As well as we have the eyeball game. Everybody's been loving the eyeball game. The eyeball game is tomorrow as well. So you pick an eyeball for every so much that you spend. If that eyeball is red, you get a freebie. If it is not, it's a whammy, but that's okay because we have so much fun doing it. So thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you again so much. Thank you for allowing me to do what I love every single day. I'm going to go ahead and pop these on the back here so we can have them and see them for the rest of the season. As you'll see, things will start getting spookier and spookier in the background very soon. So thank you. I love you very much, and I'll see you soon. Good night, my friends.